Hello, everybody, viewers of all ages, and welcome to another episode of the Unlimited Power TCG YouTube channel and our currently weekly, at least, updates on the UK tournament results scene, metagame snapshot. But first, just a brief overview of the upcoming UK major events that are planned over the next few months, as we did last week. And we'll continue to do so because I think it's cool. I think people deserve to know about the wonderful events going on in organised play for Star Wars Unlimited. So, the immediate future is taken up by the 1K Shadows of the Galaxy Regional being run by UKTC in Leicester in 2 weeks from time of filming. This will be a massive capacity of 350-ish players. And they're going to be playing with between 1 to, I think, 3k cash prize fund for the winners, depending on how many players turn up in the end. So that's looking pretty tasty. The week after that is a 2-day tournament being run by OPE, chaps behind the UK Games Expo tournaments and the Twickenham launch event, supported by Asmodee UK, running a 2-day event, Shadows of the Galaxy Premier event. The first day will be the big constructed event, so to speak, and the top cut will happen overnight to be taking place and finished off on day 2, where there will also be some side events running, sealed events, draft events, Twin Suns, you name it, all sorts of stuff going on. Excuse me. From Sunday the 1st September through to Sunday 13th of October, we know that that's going to be the store showdown season for Shadows of the Galaxy. Some stores have already started advertising their store showdowns. Take a look on the UK Facebook page or the UK Discord if you want to know details about those. So yeah, there we go, that's the thing. Moving on from that, the Planetary Qualifiers kick off in October. The very first one has had ticket sales open for it today from Patriot Games in Sheffield. So if you're interested in the Planetary Qualifiers, which the big prize pack has yet to be revealed by Fantasy Flight Games, hopefully we'll see that soon, and hopefully it will contain some cool stuff. I have no doubt that it will. Followed a week later by one in Cardiff at Firestorm Games. Followed a week later, one in Edinburgh, being hosted by Mox in the Hole. These are the correct dates, and the ones last week's were wrong, as somebody pointed out. I goofed that one up, I do apologise. So, there we go. Soon after that, sometime nebulously before Holidays 2024, which is normally sort of October, November, December time, maybe November, December time, I'm not entirely sure what the you guess mean when they say Holidays season. Will be the reprint coming out for Set 1 Spark of Rebellion, so hopefully the stock drought on that will end in the space of, I don't know, 2-3 months' time from now. That will be followed shortly by the pre-releases and then the launch date for Set 3 Twilight of the Republic, of which there are some contents for the two leads. Are going to be Ahsoka and Grievous revealed at Gen Con last weekend, and we're going to see more teasers for those as time goes by for cards going to be in that set, I'm sure. Right. Moving on to the results and tournaments breakdowns that we've had. I've put today's date up here. I'm going to put today's date, whatever date I film them on this page in the future, because it just avoids confusion that way. The first event details that I have are for an event that was run last week that missed last week's episode. Just Play in Liverpool ran a tournament. These are all constructed because that's what we're reporting on. They had 11 players. They did 4 rounds and no top cut. The first place was taken by a new Han Vigilance deck who went 4-0. Second place was taken by Ray Red using Tarkin Town, went 3-1 along with third and fourth place. Third was Sabine Green running ECL as you'd expect, and fourth Mono Boba Cunning. And there was other decks present there, for which we've got the breakdown. If you wish to look into those, they are literally on the screen in front of you. We do have a deck list as well for the first place here. The new kid on the block, Han to Blue, which was seen a little bit showing at Gen Con recently. I'm not entirely sure how much of my face is covering this, but there is a Crate Dragon in the bottom right hand corner, of which there are 2 copies. Gambo's Trinity, I guess, is probably the generic name put on this deck by SWU, as it does, run by Chair Obscuro, who has been chatting up a storm about Han 2 Blue on the KTOD Discord in the Han 2 Blue channel. Yes, I see you, Sam. I know what you're doing. Yep, good man. So yeah, there's that. This has caught my interest. I'm very interested in this as a deck, so I'll be doing some research into this and some ordering of some singles just to round out my set so I can make sure I can run this. I did not pull a single Ray in all of my Set 2 boosters over 4 boxes worth ish. So yeah, that was great. Anyway, moving on. So next up, we have a tournament that was run by the Gaming Den in Basingstoke yesterday, Saturday the 10th of August 2024. They had 10 players. First place was taken by Kira Green deck, which is currently kicking up a storm. Second place, another Ray Red, probably running Tarkin Town. That's what they tend to do. And third place, Cad Bane Cunning, which is very interesting. Whenever anybody mentions Cad Bane Cunning in various forums and, oh, how are we going to do this? How's it going to run? The typical response is, just play Boba. And clearly somebody didn't and has done a successful run of it. So props to you, whoever you are. Well done, mate. Next up, tournaments in Harlequin's gaming store in Preston. That was run yesterday. There was a winner box where they had 14 players present. First place was taken by Mono Boba Cunning, as was fourth. Second was another Kira Green deck. Third, Palpatine Vigilance. Those long control decks don't seem to be going away anytime soon, which is probably good for the balance of the game. So, yeah, props to them. Moving on, you have the Gamers Lodge in Liverpool, which ran on Sunday the 11th of August, which is today, literally the day I'm filming this. They had 16 players. First place was a Bosk Green deck, which was, I think somebody at least ran that to good success at Gen Con last weekend in America. Second place was Sabine Green, almost certainly ECL. Third place, Kira Green, popping up once again. And fourth place, a Boba Blue control deck. So a little bit of variety in there at the very least. Good to see Bosk, set 2 leader, kicking in. Somebody who's a set 2 leader who isn't Han or Kira starting to make an impact, although obviously we saw Cad in the last one. So yeah, those are all the tournaments that I have to report on today, combining this week's list of decks that made top 8s, top 4s, etc., the top parts of the tournaments that they were running in, starts to paint a coherent picture of what you're going to be facing in the UK meta for set 2 going forwards, and what you're going to have to plan for if you're planning at playing on any of the big events that I mentioned earlier. The 1K in Leicester, the 2-day in Manchester by OPE, and any of the Planetary Qualifiers. Out of all of these high-performing decks, fully 50% of the field is taken up by 3 of them. Kira Green, Boba Yellow, and Sabine Green represent 50% of the field of high-performing decks. Coming up close behind them, Ray Red with hand destruction, so be prepared to have a game plan of dealing with that pillage on turn 3 or 4, reducing you to 0 cards and making your top deck the rest of the game. Then we've got some old staples. You've got the Boba Command, Bosk creeping in there, Boba Blue, all the Hans, all the Idens, Vigilance, Palpatine, Speed Yellow creeping at the bottom there. Some of the strongly performing decks from set 1 still maintaining a presence. So yeah, there we go. This is your update. I hope to bring you another one next week. In the meantime, enjoy your gaming. Thanks very much for watching. Do all the usual YouTube like and subscribe, because we love it and will really help us grow the channel, reach more people, which will make me happier, I guess. Anyway, in the meantime, thanks very much for watching. Cheers, see you next time. Ta!